Find a comfortable position. Let your body be supported. Let the breath be easy, natural, unforced. Any breath pattern offered here is optional. You can simply breathe in your own way and receive this experience. And as you breathe, remember that your inhaling can be inspiration and your exhaling can be expiration, a gentle release of what no longer needs to be held. For now, simply arrive. Notice the warmth near the center of the body and the small light already beginning there. Now, bring awareness gently to the solar plexus, the area just above the navel, the upper abdomen, and the corresponding place in the spine behind it. Simply notice the space as a center of warmth, a center of movement, a center of direction. And as attention rests here, imagine a soft yellow glow beginning to appear. Not forced, not sudden, more like the first warmth of sunlight kneading into the body. A small golden brightness beginning in the center. The solar plexus does not have to push. It does not have to perform. It can simply become aware of its own warmth. A warm strength, a clear strength. Shine brighter, shine brighter, shine brighter. Now, bring awareness to inner sight. Even with the eyes closed, there can be a way the mind notices light, shape, color, brightness. And in that inner space, imagine yellow golden radiance. Warm, alive, a sun beginning to rise within the body. A sun in the solar plexus. A sun that warms. A sun that reveals. That light may spread through the upper abdomen, through the ribs, through the chest, and into the spine behind it. Wherever that light touches, it brings clarity. Something still can begin to thaw. Something held too long can loosen. Something waiting can remember movement. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Now imagine yourself near a radiant yellow sun, or perhaps standing within it, not harmed by it, not overwhelmed by it, welcomed by it. The surface beneath you glows with yellow fire, but it is steady, safe, warm, transforming. The brightness is not demanding. It is not asking you to prove your worth. It does not shrink to make the sky more comfortable. It simply shines. Light does not argue with darkness. Warmth does not negotiate with ice. The sun does not beg permission to rise. It rises because rising is its nature. And somewhere in the solar plexus, something may remember that simple truth. You do not have to force that light. You can let it become more available, more useful, more alive. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Only if it feels natural. Explore the sun pump breath. If not, simply breathe normally and listen. Allow the inhale to enter the chest first. Light the chest. Then let that breathing draw in the sun down into the solar plexus. Draw in the sun. And on the exhale, let the release begin from the chest. Then allow the solar plexus to settle and glow. No strain, no holding, no forcing. Just a gentle movement of light. Light the chest. Draw in the sun. Shine brighter. Again, easy and unforced. Light the chest. Draw in the sun. Shine brighter. Now let that yellow sun become warmer, not hotter in a harsh way, just more present, more generous, more steady. And as that warmth moves through the solar plexus, it can begin to melt away anything frozen in the body. Not by attacking it, not by forcing it, not by naming it, simply by warming it, like sunlight reaching frost, like golden heat touching what has been still. You do not have to search. You can let the sun do what the sun does, warming, softening, melting, transforming, turning frozen energy into movement, turning stillness into warmth, turning hesitation into readiness, turning old tightness into usable power. A small thaw is still a thaw. A small movement is still movement. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Now notice how the sun shines from its own center. It does not need another sun to approve of it. It does not ask the sky whether it belongs. It simply continues. And in that same way, there's a place within you that can recognize its own authority. Not authority over others, not control, not pressure. Authentic self-authority. That quiet inner knowing that you are allowed to choose, allowed to begin, allowed to grow. Not because shame pushes it, not because pressure demands it, but because something inside may begin to care enough to move. You do not have to solve everything now. You can stand in the yellow light. Feel the solar plexus. Feel the warmth. Feel the center. And let honest questions rise from that center. What is ready to move? What feels honest now? What would one clear step feel like? Not the whole future, not every answer, just one honest signal from within. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. Shine brighter. The sun does not rush the morning. It does not force the flower to open. It does not demand that ice become water all at once. It simply keeps shining. Steady. Patient. Certain. And in that steady warmth, what is ready begins to change. What is ready begins to move. What is ready becomes useful again. Not pressure, not urgency, just the steady confidence of a center that knows how to keep shining. Shine brighter, shine brighter, shine brighter. Now allow the yellow sun to brighten just enough for one small path to become noticeable. Something simple, something possible, something honest, maybe a choice, maybe a boundary, maybe a beginning, maybe a breath. Whatever appears can be small. Small steps still teach movement. Small steps still build confidence. Small steps still turn warmth into direction. And if no specific step appears right now, that is okay too. The practice itself may be the step. The center warming. The question opening. The next honest signal becoming easier to recognize. And when that signal comes, it can be met with warmth, with steadiness, with the quiet authority of your own center. Shine brighter, shine brighter, shine brighter. Now begin to bring awareness back to the room around you. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice your hands, your feet, your body, and the solar plexus, that warm center just above the navel. carrying the image of the yellow sun within you. A warmth, a light, a center, a next honest signal. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes or lift your gaze, returning with a clearer center, a warmer body, and an inner sun that knows how to shine brighter.